Welcome you absolute legends, I am Forward Freaks, I am Pete, I am back, and today we're going with my top 10 spring designer list. Now, a lot of these are older fragrances and I'm feeling a bit nostalgic. I want a bit of an old school vibe at the moment. I don't know why. I will try some of the new stuff that's been released. I haven't got some of them yet, but it's on my radar. But as always, I've got two honourable mentions, and you can still find them, but they are getting a little bit harder to find. That's why they're honourable mentions. And the first one came out in 1991, so like I say, nice bit of nostalgia here. But yeah, you can still find it, and it's reasonably priced as well. It's Carolina Herrera for men. This one, like I say, older one, but it's got everything you want. It's got some nice lemon and some lavender in it, cloves, tobacco, some sandalwood. It's a really nice fragrance, and it's brilliant for springtime weather. Really under the radar, no one really talks about this one anymore, but really try and sample this one. It's a great one. I don't think it's cost more than about 40-50 quid, and to be honest with you, it's a nice, great versatile fragrance. It'll work really well, especially that freshness in this with the nice undertones of tobacco in it. So my first honourable mention is Carolina Herrera for men. My second honourable mention came out in 2015, and this has been discontinued, but you can still find it pretty easily. I don't know how long that's going to be, and just to make a suggestion, if you want to have this one in your collection, pick it up sooner rather than later and don't be disappointed. So that's a Prada. It's Prada Luna Rossa Sport. Now I like the Sport one only because it's got a real good hit of vanilla in it. And it's got juniper, some ginger, some vanilla in it, and it just smells absolutely awesome. It's kind of got the original DNA in it, but really sweetened up. And when the warmer days come, I just want something a little bit sweeter. It'll work really well in the heat. So this is all end of April, start of May time. I will be busting this one out quite happily. I've got a nice 50ml on here, and like I said, that's going to last me a good amount of time. So my second honourable mention is Prada Luna Rossa Sport. Alright, starting out at number 10, and number 10 is a classic one, and I really want to bust this one out for spring this year. It is an absolute gem of this line. It's probably one of the most well known out of this line. It's Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. Now again, I've got a nice 50ml bottle of this. But oh yeah, it's got everything you want in a fragrance. It's beautiful, it's fresh, it's elegant. It's what you want in life, and it's got grapefruit, pink pepper, cardamom, white musks in it. It's just perfect for what spring is. It's just got everything you want. If it's a cool day, it's perfect. If you've got a hot day, it's perfect. It just works brilliantly. It could be a signature for anyone, and the pricing on this is still brilliant. I mean, I think this is about 24 quid. Again, inexpensive for what you're getting. Does perform decently on my skin. I get another 6 to 7 hours on it. For the price I'm paying, I'm fine with that. So my number 10 is Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. Alright, coming in at number 9, oh gosh, really good one. And this one came out in 2013, and this one, I could have gone with a newer release. There's a parfum that's just come out, I haven't got that one yet. It's on my to-do list. But this one came out in 2013, and I don't really get hearing much about it. It's a Zara Chrome United. This, again, Atomizer are always good on these actually. It's bergamot, Szechuan pepper, so it's got this nice bit of spiciness and freshness, so again, perfect for springtime weather. Violet leaf, black tea, and that's the bit I like about this one. It's very calming, it's very chilled, it's very much, in a world of chaos, this will make you very happy. And a bit of cedar and a bit of musk in it. It's a great little number. Again, it's inexpensive. For about 100ml you get for about 30-35 quid. Again, if you want to get the parfum, you can get the EDP, there's loads from the Zara line, but I just thought this one with the tea in it was really nice for spring, so that's my number 9. Alright, coming in at number 8, did I get that wrong again, is the house that pretty much, this one is, no one remembers this one. Don't know why. It came out in 2012, I suppose because it's been over a decade, but it's still pretty inexpensive. It's Issey Miyake L'Eau d'Issey Pour Homme Sport. Now, most people go, why are you wearing a sport one? I'll tell you why. because it's a really easy to wear scent. Again, it's got a lot of different things that goes on in this one. So it's got grapefruit and nutmeg, which kind of, I'm going with the vibe of, I want some freshness, but I also want a bit of spice, because again, depending on the transition of weather, this will work brilliantly. Some leather, some vetiver, and some cedar. It's very classy. It's not the sort of fragrance you go, oh, it's a gym scent. It's not that. The name Sport doesn't really portray what it should be. It's a great little number. Again, it could be signature scent worthy. It's not expensive. Again, it's running about 25 to 30 quid. It's, again, you can get some really good fragrances for not a lot of money. So this is my number 8. Issey Miyake L'Eau d'Issey Pour Homme Sport. Alright, coming in at number 7, and this one came out in 2018. This one pretty much doesn't need any introduction. All I'm going to say is it's a dupe of Tuxedo, and you'll probably know straight away which one it is. It's Rochas Moustache EDP. Now, I could have gone with the EDT, but I thought I just wanted a bit more richness, especially in the spring. But in the summer, I will bust out the EDT. And this one, it's got some nice hedonistic moves. It's a bit more classy. It's a bit more when you want to go out and be a bit more dressed up. This is where I'd put this for. So this one's got rose, which is a real predominant nose in this. Mandarin orange, Atlantis cedar, and some vanilla and some patchouli. It's a great scent. It's a brilliant one if you've got something that you need to dress up a little bit. This is the one you go for. Again, it's about 30-35 quid, depending on where you go. Sometimes it does go creep up about to 50 quid. Just be careful with that. But again, you get 120 mil, I think it's 120 mils. 125 mils, so I've got plenty of this. It's a great fragrance. Definitely have it in your arsenal if you want to be dressed up in the springtime. That's now number 7. Alright, coming in at number 6, and this one came out last year, and it was kind of, no one really cared about it. And it's from the house of Jean Paul Gaultier, and it's Le Male Pride Edition. Excuse me. And the bottle is, quite frankly, psychedelic. I wouldn't want to be doing much drugs around this, but this one is a great one. But the reason I like this one so much for spring, it's because it's got blood orange and yuzu. Now, those two combinations, one's very tart and one's a little bit more sweet. Together they work brilliantly well. So this one, neroli, some muscats, some white woods. Again, very simple, very classy, easy to wear fragrance. Sometimes in spring we all might go, oh, I'll put something a bit heavier on. I personally think it's better to have something a little bit less to make it work a bit more, if that makes sense. Less is more, that's what I'm trying to say. And this one does the job really, really well. So my number 6 is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Pride Edition. Alright, we're in top 5 time now, and again, this one came out last year, and it really got a bit of a battering, but I think the fact I like it so much is because it's simple, but it works, and it works every single time. So from the house of Ralph Lauren, it's Ralph Club Parfum. Now, again, it is just one of the most magical things is where you put lavender, apple, and clary sage together. I don't know why. It works. Like, it's a really classy, elegant fragrance. But it's got some orange blossom, some vetiver. Again, makes it elegant, makes it classy. Works really well on my skin. And it just is one of those fragrances that kind of people don't care about anymore. It's like, it was like, it was alright, but whatever. And I think the fact that it's so simple, but it works really, really well. That's what I like about it so much. And my number 5 is Ralph Lauren, Ralph's Club Parfum. Alright, coming in number 4, and I had to have one from this line, and I just felt this one was the best one for me. And it's from the house of Givenchy. It's Gentleman, Gentleman Boise. And the reason I like this one at the moment as well, it's got a nice hit of black pepper, coriander, but the iris and the cacao as well. It's kind of got a nice mix, and then it's got some heady bass notes of sandalwood and some woods. It's kind of, again, what I'm going for is sort of older school vibes, and it's got a nice mixture of everything. This obviously came out in 2020, and it works all the time. You could pretty much put it any season, but I particularly like it in spring because I just think everything in there is just ready for the cool weather. If it's a cool weather day, it's perfect. If it's a warm weather day, again, it's perfect. Don't have to think about it. And sometimes in life, you just don't want to have to think about these phrases. So number 4, Chivalry Gentleman, Boisé. Alright, coming in number 3, and this one is a curveball and a half. And this one came out in 2016, and it's still very affordable. And the fact that it's from a really well-known house makes it even more better. And the pricing is fantastic. From House of Lalique, it's La Enomse. I'm not sure if I've pronounced that right. I probably haven't got it right, but this one, it's everything I want in a fragrance. It's got basil, it's got rum, it's very sophisticated. Clary sage and woods, vetiver, and a bit of moss in the base to give it a good performance. This one lasts hours on my skin. It lasts a good 10 hours on my skin. And for the price you're going to pay, it's about 30-35 quid for this 100ml bottle. Banger of a fragrance. It's not for the youthful one. If you want it a bit more youthful, you probably go for more like the white EDP, but for me it's a bit more, I want a bit of smell a bit more better than that. And it's no disrespect to white EDP because it's a great scent. Sometimes you just want to smell a little bit different and get a bit more attention, and this one does it for a brilliant price. So number 3 is Lalique La Immense. Alright, coming in number 2, and this one is from a house I'm not going to shame it. I love this house. It's a really good one. It was on the private line, now it's been made on the signature line, and it's just had its parfum done last year. It's from the house of Tom Ford. It's Costa Azura, and this is the EDP. This came out in 2021. And this one, again, it's a little bit unique, but again, I'm going with this. And it comes with seaweed at the top, which is a little bit unusual. And you're going, Pete, it's seaweed. What the hell are you on about? But it's very green. It's a bit more herbal. So it's got oud, cypress as well, lavender, vetiver, and some incense. It's not the norm. I won't wear this during the day. I'd more wear it towards the evening time. Something a little bit different. Definitely going to get attention for the right reasons, and it's certainly very unique, and I do like it for that reason. So my number 2 is Tom Ford Costa Azura. Right, leads me to number 1, and number 1, no one in their right mind has heard this fragrance. It's so under the radar that people go, what is this? And it's from the house of Hermes, and everyone's going to go, oh no, it's Terre d'Hermes. Not Terre d'Hermes. None of that line. I mean, I've got them all, but it's not from that line. It came out in 2016, and it's called Eau de Rhubarbe Eclat, and this is an absolute stunner. No one will see this coming a million miles away. It is a rhubarb based fragrance, excuse me, but it's very fresh. It's got some white musk, some red berries, and it's got rhubarb in it. That's it. And to be honest with you, it's got me more compliments than I would like to talk about, and it's so unique, but because it's so simple, it works. It works in the cool weather, it works in the warm weather. It's brilliant. Really underrated. It's still one of those fragrances that people go, what is it? And that's what I like about it. It's something a little bit different. I do like the fact that it's got rhubarb in it. It's a very unusual note, but I quite like it, and that's why it's my number 1. So that's Hermes Eau de Rhubarbe Eclat. Right, so we're going to give you a bonus one this time, and I haven't done this for a while, but I'm going to give you a bonus one because I think this is again a really good scent, and it's not expensive. And it's from the house of Abercrombie and Fitch, but everyone's going to go, oh, it's fierce, it's fierce. Oh, none of the fierce line. It's completely different. It's called Authentic, and this one is a woody fragrance, but it's still got a nice bit of freshness in it. Really under the radar again. Smells absolutely fantastic. Again, it'll work in hot weather, cool weather. It's perfect for this springtime weather. It's not many people know about this, and again, it's pretty decently priced. It's about 30 to 35 quid for a 100ml bottle. So again, my bonus one for you is Abercrombie and Fitch Authentic. Right, so I have it, my top 10 designer fragrances for the spring of 2023. Like I said, there's some new releases that have come out. I'm looking to pick them up at some point in the future. As always, my scent of the day, and I went with this one from Jo Malone. It's Pomegranate Noir Cologne. Really nice fresh fragrance. It does literally smell like pomegranate, and it's really nice, very fresh, very uplifting. So that was my scent of the day. As always, let me know what your scent of the day is, and if you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, please hit me up in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. I'm also on Fun with Fragrances on Instagram. And as always, you absolute legends, smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.